Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Leagues Cup post-game press conference featuring Colorado Rapids head coach Chris Armas. We will start with questions here in the room, and if we have time, we will head over to Zoom. But any questions here in the room? We're going to start here with Scott. Go ahead, Chris.
Hi, Chris. You guys had a nice first half up until that end, and then they score 15 minutes in the second, and it seems like it's done.
Yes, Scott, look, I sit up here really proud of my team. That how they got here, where the margins are thin in sport in our league and in this competition each time you go, that they were able to and we were able to move on each time and find ways. And even in the first half, you know, if the whistle blew it to start the game and our guys were passive and sitting back, I'd be much more disappointed. You know, like they pushed LA. I think we made them uncomfortable in many ways. We had a plan, but it was always going to be about how to control transition against them. So, yeah, look, it's 42nd minute, I think, a few minutes before halftime. Maybe things go different in the second half, but like I said, the margins are thin. We played a really good team tonight in their building, and yeah, we'll take from it, learn from it, but most importantly, regroup. You know, this competition started with 47 teams, and for the 46th ranked team to be in the Final Four standing and now playing for a Champions League spot, again, I sit up here proud of my boys.
Any additional questions in the room? There's a microphone behind you.
Chris, a little bit on that, where you just mentioned the playing for the CONCACAF spot is obviously an important thing. You guys go to Philly to kind of try to, I don't want to say salvage the tournament, but be able to do that. In terms of being proud and in terms of just having that showcase for you guys, how does that feel as a coach coming in and taking on this new project?
Look, the tournament started a while back, and on the last day we'll be playing for something really, really big for our club. So, again, I'm really proud of the group, of my coaching staff, everyone that's got behind us. Our fans have been with us all the way. Tonight, the watch party back in Denver, DNVR, I mean, they were pumped for us and been behind us. And so, yeah, listen, it's a big moment for us on Sunday. Again, it's 4 teams left, and everyone's watching us on the last day of the competition. So much to play for. We'll have to regroup and get ready for a really good Philadelphia team in their building. So I think our guys, listen, I say to them, in sport, the only guys we don't like are the ones you can't find and that are hiding out there. And you put yourself out there, you get to experience the highs that we have. But you also are vulnerable to the lows. And this is just one that you know, it's part of it. So you have to accept that. So we regroup and get over to Philadelphia.
The next question will be on Zoom. We're going to Braden Nurse. Go ahead, Braden.
Hey, Chris, thanks for the time. You know, you go down 3-0, you're able to take some guys out like Georgie and Hoffa, and, you know, even though it wasn't in the circumstances you would have liked, just how crucial is it going to be for guys like that to get that extra bit of rest?
Yeah, listen, we have to manage it as a coaching staff on the day that and then thinking for what's next. You know, Georgie comes into the day, you know, he'd never even say it publicly, so he was under the weather, you know, flu-like symptoms to start the day, and he's a warrior that he said, I'm playing tonight, and I give him a lot of credit, and he's so well respected in our team, but there was nothing that was going to keep him out of the game, and yeah, so him for sure we had to protect, but the other guys we have to think ahead a little bit, so that was part of it. And I do give credit to the guys that came in less than ideal situation. Imagine the guys that come in 3-0, it's hard, and they fought the team fights. But that's not easy for footballers to come in those moments, and it's, can we just nick one? Can we get a goal? And obviously tough against this team, but I give a lot of credit to the guys that came in.
The next question is for Matt Pollard. Matt, go ahead.
Hey Chris, Matt Pollard, Bernie Wave, thank you for the time given the circumstances. You know, this isn't the first time you guys have had a big game on the road against a good team and maybe struggled in moments. I realize not all the games are the same, but you know, can you put your finger on what more do you have to do to help this team be competitive against the elite teams in MLS on the road? Thank you.
Well, Matt, I mean, we struggle. I forget how you started. We struggled. I'm not sure what you said there, but Matt, I mean, that's a good team, man. Come on, LAFC. Look what they're bringing in off the bench. That's a top team. John Thorrington, his crew have built a powerhouse. I mean, I think we all in this room recognize that. Anyone listening to this press conference, if we're watching, that's a top team. Most teams struggle against them. Most teams have hard times. We went after them. We tried to disrupt everything they did, and we actually did. Matt, we have to control transition, right? Sometimes it's better with the ball. Sometimes it's our reactions. Sometimes it's just putting out fires, finishing with things over the end line. We know on paper how to do that, and it's not easy when you're up against real talent in transition. This is just tough. And our guys gave everything. And I honestly, I want to play them again. Give us another crack at them in the playoffs. Let's learn from it and get better. But I think they've lost one game in their building all year against Columbus. It's a good team, and I congratulate them. It'll be a great final, and I think a great semifinal or third place match with so much to play for.
We're going to our last question back to Braden. Braden, go ahead.
Chris, you spoke on it a little bit, but a lot of belief has been injected into this team during this run at Leagues Cup. As a coach, how do you manage this sort of tough loss and kind of keep that belief going into Philly this weekend?
The belief is there, man. We have a strong foundation. We have belief. That doesn't go away overnight. We have a strong foundation. We bend, we don't break. Even tonight, we met a good opponent, but when you have the belief and it's built on real things, a strong foundation of principles of character in the DNA of these human beings. Thanks to their moms and dads, we have a great group, a staff that's strong, and we lead these guys. So the belief is there. They all know that it was going to be a tough match, and it's a good team. So they know it's all to play for. We were ranked 46th in the tournament, and we work like we're number 2, and we believe we're number 1. So there's a lot of belief in this team. I promise you, we celebrate the wins. We don't really get too high. We understand exactly what each time we reset it, but we also don't get too low. So I love my team.